Do you know that feeling when a piece of sweat drops from your back down to your ass crack? It's not really a conversation starter.
This is what I deal with.
Welcome to the Nasty Labs podcast, legally the best podcast. We're part of the HyperX Podcast Network, and we're the podcast from game studio Chuhai Labs, where we talk about games, game devs, Japan, and whatever else comes up. As always, we're your hosts, Kinsey and Mark, so open yourself up at Chuhai and
let's go! Kinsey, Burke, you nailed that. That was your third best time you've ever done that.
Maybe even second. It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. You were staring at the monitor the entire time. One of these days, I swear you're gonna memorize it. Kinsey, did you ever take acting classes?
I did.
Would you play?
It's called being a theater kid in junior high. Not high school though.
Did you play Puck in A Midsummer's Night Dream?
I didn't.
Who did you play? No. I didn't do any of that
Very
shit.
Specific.
Who did you play in that particular play? Because you definitely were in that. You 100% were in that.
I was in it. But I wasn't Puck. I think I was like fairy number 12. Like,
dost thou have
have you ever been in a Shakespeare? In a Shakespeare?
Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy air. From Macbeth, the opening line.
We all know Macbeth, that Southern country hit.
That boy Southern as hell. No, I haven't done anything in a Shakespearean. Thank you very much. Moving on, Kinsey Burke, how are you today? How are you?
I am fantastic. And you know why?
No.
Our favorite thing is just around the corner.
Yes, drugs.
And it's Bit Summit!
Bit Summit!
As of the time of this recording, Bit Summit is next week, and we are super excited.
Kinsey Burke, this is your very first Bit Summit. Yay.
I'm so excited. My first in-person Bit Summit.
First in-person, yeah. Well, I mean, that's a big difference. That's a huge difference. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Do we talk about your history of Bit Summit? Where do we do here?
My history.
Yeah,
of Bit
your lengthy. I fumbled on that, but you definitely saved that.
Let's see the history of Kinsey and Bit Summit. A story.
Chapter 1, the end.
I participated in the 8th Bit, the online only one.
Right.
That one was great, and I had heard of it before that.
Okay.
History of Bit Summit.
Case closed.
And it was always one of those shows that I was like, I'm going to go there. It's in Kyoto. It's indie games. It's everything that I like.
So when you did the 8th Bit, we didn't really know each other.
Yeah.
You didn't. I don't think you were even in talks to work with Chuhai Labs at that point.
I don't think so.
I do know that I wanted to hire you desperately, and I was like, "How do I get her?" Okay, I'll maybe throw Bit Summit at her, or it's easy, you just have to live stream. You know how to do it, and I think up to that point, the only thing I'd ever seen you live stream was Friday the 13th, I think.
Oh,
does that sound right?
It was
and
PT.
A PT, and you were super drunk, dude. You're like, that's just. Hey, who did
that I remember that because the one thing I remember about it is there's a part in PT where you actually have to yell and because of the speaker in your controller at the ghost and she'll appear, and that's all I could remember while streaming. And what's her name? Lisa.
Oh, cool.
Lisa, bitch, where are you? It's great. It was great.
Yeah, I think you removed that VOD. I think you did.
I might have.
It was really good, though. Anyway, that was the reason that I thought she should live stream, and it was tight as fuck. That's your history. I'm pretty excited. What?
You have a much longer history.
Yeah, a little bit. We're not talking about that, are we? Kinsey, before we do, though, what's been going on? Tell me about your life. Yeah.
The life of Kinsey Burke.
Yeah, hit me.
A story. This is the next chapter. First chapter was Bit Summit. The chapter after that is today's date.
Oh, okay. Now shut the fuck up. Now the reason I ask, because I guess you forgot that you did this, but you went to Super Nintendo World for the first time, and
I did.
And for listeners, she hasn't told me anything about this. And so this is new to me.
I finally went to Super Nintendo World because the first time I went to Universal Studios Japan, I went too late and the tickets were already sold out.
Right.
But this time I went earlier and show up early. You get your timed ticket for Super Mario or Super Nintendo World. I always call it Super Mario World. But anyways.
Oh, right.
Because it's a game, if you've heard of it. But I got my time ticket, and it was for like 7 hours later. And I was like, cool, all day.
Say what? That was last time you went?
Yeah, like my timed ticket for Super Mario World was like 5:15 or something like that.
Neato.
And so I was in the park all day.
So wait, but can we rewind for a second? Because I don't actually know how this works.
I was gonna fast forward, but yeah.
When you arrive at Universal Studios Japan, which you have a season pass, a year pass, or whatever it is,
annual pass.
You have a whatever. I don't fucking care. You got the pass, all right? So you arrive at, let's just say, but early. Then you have to go to another line and say, "Give me Nintendo ticket."
You can either go to the kiosk or you can do it all on their app. But the app won't let you do it until your ticket's been scanned, so it knows that you're in the park. So you can't do it on the train on the way there or
the
something.
Day before or so. The way to get a ticket, you have to be in the park.
Correct.
Whoa.
Yeah. At least how they're doing it right now.
So is there a long ass line, like bright and early? Yeah.
I got there a little bit after open, so the line had already kind of dissipated.
But
yeah. And then when we went to Super Nintendo World, there was also a line of people waiting to get in. So if you go and you get your time ticket, don't do what I did and went there at the exact time, thinking I could just walk in, because it's a time ticket. Is there going to be a line? I don't know. Probably not, but there was.
Okay.
But it's not a very big land, but it is packed full. It is such a full land. It's so different than what do they got there? Jaws Land and Minion Land. It's way different.
Right.
And I think the actual footprint is about the same as the Waterworld show.
Which is obviously a better thing.
So it's one show versus two rides, a bunch of games.
Hold on. It's something that's amazing and worthwhile and entertaining. Or there's
Mario. And I didn't do too much of the power band stuff because since I got in so late, I didn't really have that much time before the park closed.
The power band is the thing you jump and you hit a thing.
Yeah,
and
you get a bracelet, which is 3,800 yen.
Hell
I should add, because I was like, how much is that? Since that's what they advertise so much, and that's how you get the full use of the park or whatever.
Right.
And it was a little bit more than I thought it was going to be. But
what's it do?
It is fun. You collect coins and shit, and then you can do all these mini games. And when you do the mini games there, you can get keys, and once you have enough keys, you can go defeat Bowser. So that is cool. And but all those things had lines.
What happens if I win a Bowser?
I have absolutely
no
idea because I didn't do the lines. But I did go on both the rides. And that was really fun. The Mario Kart ride was wild.
Go on.
There was so much
That's
going
VR,
on.
right?
Because it's VR, yeah. Or AR.
Right.
I guess it's AR. Yeah, because you get this stupid Mario cap that you have to wear. And
now
then
you're
the
talking.
glasses click into that once you get in the car.
Good.
And you can scan your power band on the ride as well.
Go on.
So you can get the points into your power band.
Give me more points,
into
dude.
the power band.
So
and
what do you do on that one?
I mean, it's Mario Kart. You drive and you shoot turtle shells at all the other racers. And it's all AR.
All right, you're a married woman.
It's awesome.
Can you shoot your husband while he's
it's
drunk at the wheel?
Mario versus Team Koopa. So all of the player characters are all on the same team. You're only playing against the Koopa kids,
which are not you,
which are not player characters at all. They're all AI. So
see.
You are all on one team. It is co-op.
So
and there's 4 people per Mario Kart car.
How drunk were you playing Mario Kart? This
is
an important
question.
Okay.
Well, it was 1,000,000 degrees outside.
Right.
So I didn't really drink that much. So maybe.
Mostly?
A little bit, maybe.
Hell yeah,
I mean,
catching
it was at the end of the day. I didn't go on it until 6.
Getting your Mario Kart on.
I didn't get to go to Toad or Canopio's Cafe, which that's definitely something I'm going to do next time.
Who's Canopio?
So Toad does not have the same name in Japan.
What?
Yeah,
he's got a fucking
Toad.
name in his name. That's a pretty weird name.
Well, because Kinoko is mushroom.
But you said Canopio.
He also tells lies. And his nose gets longer.
No.
But I also went on the Yoshi ride, and that ride was fun, but so slow.
Okay.
It's a kid ride.
I'm stuck on
I didn't know that going on it. But it's a great Instagram ride.
Okay.
It's not going fast enough for you to drop your phone. It's great.
Okay.
So long story short, Super Nintendo Land was really fun.
That sounds pretty great. Did you buy a bunch of merchandise?
I bought some merchandise. I got the light up star popcorn case thing. Popcorn case? Popcorn bucket.
Okay.
That was really
You got a
great.
bucket?
I got a bucket of popcorn. And the popcorn comes in 2 flavors. It was either caramel peach or mushroom cream.
What flavor of...
I think it was mushroom cream. That sounds gross. But it was really good.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
Caramel peach sounds worse to me.
That sounds like shit. What flavor of popcorn sounds exciting to you in real? Like, let's make one up right now.
Ooh. I like cheese popcorn a lot.
Yeah.
So especially if you did like some sort of fancy cheese, like either like Gouda popcorn.
Smoked Gouda popcorn.
Oh, yeah, that'd be hella good. Listeners, tell us.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly popcorn?
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good because
like,
then you have some peanut butter.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Some...
That's one peanut butter and jelly popcorn. Also spicy. Oh, wait, what's the
like Flamin'
Hot Cheeto popcorn, dude.
The movie theater by my house in Seattle
No,
had Flamin' Hot Cheeto popcorn.
Okay, I didn't know that. That's pretty fucking cool. Kinsey?
And we got a great show lined up for you guys today. As always, we start with What Up, where we talk about what we're playing. Then we're going to zoom right into the main topic, which is real fun this week. And I prepared something. Yay! And then we're on to the news. And then we'll answer your questions from Discord. So stay tuned, because that's going to be great.
July 18th to the 31st. As a fan of podcasts, you've probably thought about starting one of your own. Should they, Kinsey? Don't fucking start it. Introducing the new HyperX DuoCast.
The DuoCast has all the essential features of an aspiring podcaster would want from a USB mic with HyperX favorites, like tap to mute, tap to mute, and a vibrant mute indicator.
Dude, that shit vibrates, bro.
Vibrant.
Oh, I don't know what that adjective means.
It's compact and elegantly styled, perfect for situations where you want a mic that looks great but isn't too extra.
It's not extra.
It's not extra. Check out the new HyperX DuoCast, available at Target.com or shop direct at... All right, and now it's time for What Up, where we talk about what we're playing. Mark Lentz, what are you playing?
Okay, this I'm playing the same thing that I was playing last time. Last time I was playing Cyberpunk.
That's a big game.
Yes. So last time when I was playing it, I had completed. I had not completed the first mission.
You had like just started.
I mean, I played like 6 hours, but like it doesn't let you know that you've completed the first mission. There's like, I think maybe there's volumes or chapters. I am now well in the game. I went from 6 hours to I'm gonna guess 50 hours. I had the week off last week, so I played a lot of fucking video games. I went from thinking Cyberpunk was pretty good to Cyberpunk is absolutely incredible. Yeah, I'm in love with it. Holy shit, it feels. Without talking about the game, because the game more or less is it's just an open world. First person shooter meets GTA. That's what it comes down to, boils down to. Yeah. But the actual world building itself feels so possible. The future that they're painting, this miserable, horrible future they're painting, feels very is practical the right word? It's like this is gonna happen.
Yeah. Does it have like Fallout feels, like almost in that way, or not quite?
No. This is the world is over, but the world's over. It's like
in a different way.
No, it's not. So Fallout is like post-nuclear, right? This is probably also post-nuclear, but it's like the internet at the absolute maximum. This is the Matrix sort of. I don't know if you've ever read any old Cyberpunk books, but this is that. It's absolutely horrifying and scary, and it is libertarianism run amok to where the only people that run the world are corporations, and it is lovely. It is,
but with sweet neon lights and some
yeah,
robots.
And like one thing I really want to compliment about the game is it has a radio just like GTA.
Oh, I love that.
The songs are near future songs. They're near future reggaeton. They're near future metal. They're near future. They're all really uncomfortable. They're all. I assume they went to artists that are out there and said, "Hey, what if you make what you make, but what if you use this instrumentation, and what if maybe we mix it?" But it's all really amazing music, and I gotta say, this game is a 9 out of 10, 9.5. I will complete it. I think I'm over the mini missions. I'm not super keen on open world games for the most part. So I think I've played a bunch of them and been like, okay, maybe they're starting to feel a little samey.
Yeah.
But I'm really loving every second I get to spend with Keanu Reeves.
Awesome. Oh.
Specifically Keanu Reeves. He's like this big, terrible asshole, but like every time I get to interact with them, it's like, oh, you're more complex. Yeah. I haven't really unlocked why he's complex, and it's incredible. I don't want to I'm not big on giving a shit about spoilers, but I want people that are going to play it, because I know you bought it. I know I don't want to tell you why it's good, because there's something in it that's just so special and so meaningful. Why you meet Keanu was way more interesting than I could have possibly imagined.
That's awesome to hear, because I know it got like the launch wasn't the smoothest.
Right.
And so a lot of people wrote it off. And at this point, a lot of the major bugs are fixed,
right,
and patched, and everything's like working the way it's supposed to work. For the most part, open world games always have their weird quirks.
Yeah.
But waiting to play it, it does sound like now you don't have those stupid bug frustrations or whatever, and you can just experience the game for what it is, and what it is great.
Yep.
And that's awesome.
Yeah. Honestly, every second I've played of the main story has been 10 out of 10.
That's awesome.
It is buggy for sure. I probably didn't see a real bug though until for like 6 or 7 hours. So that's pretty
good.
That's pretty fucking impressive. And now I see them a lot more frequently. Now I see like people that have they're holding a gun and suddenly the gun is just invisible, or they're driving a car and suddenly the car is invisible, but they're just moving along, floating through there.
I love it.
That's pretty rare though, and nothing has been like I don't think I've been booted out of the game at all. So overall, like I said, 9.5. This is my game of the year. I know it came out last year, but this is probably going to be my game of the year, probably.
That's amazing. I really need to play it. Like, I tried to start it a few weeks ago,
right? But
my computer was like, nah, bro.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be heavy on computers. It's got to be. Kinsey Burke, it's your turn to tell us what up you're playing.
What up you're playing?
Yeah.
Well, what's up my plan is... I've also been playing a cyberpunk-esque game.
Okay. Spelunky.
So cyberpunk. I played and finished Stray. And I know that Stray has kind of taken, the internet by storm. It was #1 on Steam for a while. Right. And, it's just... I really, really like it.
That's Cybercat, right?
It's Cybercat.
Right.
Yeah, you play as a cat that in the very beginning, it's not a spoiler, you fall basically into this world. Because you start on, the outside where it's just, everything's taken over by, plants.
Okay.
And you fall into this, slum village who have been locked away for years.
Right.
And you meet this robot and you go on an adventure, and it's really, really fun. And
you have a robot best friend and you're a cat?
Yeah.
All right.
That sounds pretty great, right?
That sounds pretty all right. Go on.
And having this robot with you is what makes it so you can communicate with the other robots that live in this town.
Sure.
And the first area, I really, really enjoy the game design of there's a lot of like little paths that you can go on that will sometimes lead to secrets or at least lead to a cool rooftop or something. And I really, really like the design of the first area when you're in the like basically like the slums.
Right.
And it's really fun to traverse a world as a cat. Just gonna say that.
It is a lot of platforming, right?
It's a lot of platforming,
Okay.
yeah. And what I love about it is it brings in a lot of the aspects that you're a cat. Like, it's not just you control a cat.
You just like clean your butthole
that
and
animal
you
could be anything, you know. But like most rugs you can scratch up.
Ooh.
Most couches you can scratch up.
Do you get points for scratching?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I do like scratching them because it leaves a mark on wherever you scratch, and I'm like,
that's pretty good.
scratch everything.
Do you get to use litter boxes?
No.
Okay.
No pooping. Sorry.
Because my favorite thing cats do is after they poop and they're like scratching and they're trying to bury the poop, but
Yeah.
some of them are really stupid.
And they scratch like at wherever.
Yes.
It's just they're just instinctually scratching. They're not actually covering it.
No, your
anymore.
cat does that.
Yeah, she does.
Your cat's thing. I got like we're gonna derail this, but your cat would poop and then like occasionally she would just scratch in the air and there's nothing in the air. And just go,
She's like, "Don't worry, I got it. I got it."
Like, are you waving at me right now? Like, what are you doing?
Maybe.
Good work, kitty.
There's also a meow button, a dedicated meow button.
That's good.
And there's an achievement for 100 meows. That was one of the first achievements I got.
Did you just sit and blast
Meow,
100
meow, 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 meow. And it was great. Well, because at first I really wanted my cat to care. Because some cats like really care when they hear other cats meow.
You wanted your personal own cat.
My personal cat who's sitting in the room with me.
You wanted
while I'm
Meryl,
playing.
your cat.
Yes. I wanted her to like look up and be like, what's going
Right,
on over
right,
there?
right.
She didn't.
No.
She didn't give any fucks.
No.
But the game's super charming. I really like the first area and all the different side missions that you can do. I do feel like as you continue in the game, when you get to a new area, each time there's less and less side missions.
Makes sense.
It does, but like I feel like it was like drastically less.
I see.
And I was kind of like walking around and looking for that in each area, and really only the first area had it for the most part, and that made me a little bit sad. But it is a pretty big game for like, you know, it's still an indie game.
Right.
It just got a lot of press, and so I think people are going to expect a lot from it. But
Sure.
I really enjoyed it, and I'm trying not to give any like big spoilers, but you know,
You gotta.
I can't say too much because I really like the way it's structured. I really, really enjoyed that.
At the end, they put you down.
Oh, kitty.
Oh. that was a dark turn.
But what I like about it too is it has a lot of that post-apocalyptic tropes in it,
Right.
where it's like we're in this bubble and we want to get out because the outside is what we see when we see postcards. It's like a fucking beach or something,
Right.
you know, and it's like, well, that's what we want. And it's basically about you meet like the rebels basically who want to get out, and you join them, and then you make your way through everything with the goal of getting back out. It's great. It's great. I highly recommend it. I beat it in probably like 7 hours.
So you're
not super long.
Neo, and you got to find Zion. But
yes.
cats.
Yeah, but cats. I mean, say anything and say but cats, and I'm like, I'm in.
All right.
So yeah, I think a solid 8 out of 10. Like
8 out of 10.
It's real. I really like it.
What are you playing it on?
I'm playing it on PC.
PC.
And my computer is doing just fine.
Are you
Not
playing
like
it on?
Cyberpunk.
Are you playing it on your subscription service from Microsoft called the X Game Pass?
It's not on Game Pass.
Oh, okay. You bought it.
Yeah, I bought it during the Steam sale.
Oh, okay. So weird. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You will finish it.
I already finished it.
Wait. Okay, I missed that part. I'm a dumbass.
I played it and beat it already.
Are you convincing your betrothed, maritable man to play the game?
My maritable man will probably not be playing.
Okay.
It's not his deal. But he did watch me play a decent amount of it, so I mean
He was watching you play, or he's
Yeah.
watching the gameplay footage?
he's watching me play.
Okay, all right,
yeah.
that's tight.
Yeah. Him and the cat.
Okay, all right, just watching you like play better.
Play better. Meow more. What the hell? You didn't scratch that couch. Backseat driving, playing.
Hell
Stray.
yeah.
But yeah, it's great. If you haven't checked it out, I recommend it.
Nice.
Spaceships,
magic swords,
intergalactic empires,
dead gods,
and creatures from beyond the moon.
What mad universe could contain all these fantastic visions?
What Mad Universe is a bi-weekly podcast
Delving into the misty origins of sci-fi and fantasy, pop culture and genre tropes.
Take a cosmic trip on What Mad Universe podcast on the HyperX Podcast Network.
And now it's the weekly topic, and we're back. Kinsey, Burke. This week we're talking about matsuri. It's your favorite time in Japan.
I do love it.
It's so last week we had Gion Matsuri, which is for people that don't know, that's kind of like the festival. It's here in Kyoto. It's all of the lights, all of the food stalls, all of the giant wooden what are they called?
Yamahako?
Yamahako. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yamahoko.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Yamahoko.
Our apologies. We don't see them that often, so it's hard for us to remember the specific word. These Yamahoko that are 3 stories tall, filled with people playing flutes and drums and all sorts of nonsense. And it is one of the wildest times in Japan, Matsuri season. Everyone comes from all over Japan to these Matsuri. So you had your first Matsuri.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was great. It was very crowded. But it was really awesome. Like those floats, the Yamahoko, or as I heard most people say, they just said Hoko, but they're like huge. Even the wheel that like they're on wheels and people pull them. But even the wheel was like the same height as me, if not slightly taller.
I guess to go backwards a little bit, just it's basically the biggest fucking parade ever.
Yeah, it's a parade.
It's a parade with all your food stalls, all of it's a parade meets carnival without rides. It's stay up late, drink beer, eat street food.
They usually have like a bunch of like children's games.
Yeah. Oh, like mild like gambling games.
Or like the catch the fish game.
Catch the fish or throw the rock in the thing to get a bad stuffed animal. You know, all the things you'll find from carnies. They're all slightly rigged. And like pretty amazing foods. It's wild. It was your first one. Everyone dresses up typically.
Yeah, normally people will wear like their yukata.
Right, and for yukata, or they wear a genbei. Both of those are like traditional clothing. So yukata is very similar to the winter version, which is
of a kimono.
Yeah, sorry, of a kimono. I would never wear one of those. Those are pretty uncomfortable. Like they're cool, they're beautiful. It's just they're really uncomfortable. I like to like lounge. The genbei, on the other hand, is like made of, it's like really thin fabric. It's way more relaxed. It's like
a pretty like loose jacket and like looser shorts.
Yeah, super loose shorts. Like, and a lot of modern people, you could wear traditional sandals, or modern people just wear just like sneakers.
Yeah,
you know, it's be
sneakers
comfortable.
or flip flops.
Yeah, whatever. You know, it's definitely a lounging by the river, drink some beer kind of outfit. And that's. Did you get that opportunity to wear?
I didn't wear a yukata, but when I met some friends after walking around for a bit, they were all in yukata, and I was like, man, I did not dress right. Like, but I think that'd be so much fun, especially because like growing up, whenever I thought of matsuri, specifically summer matsuri, it was like always in like animes where everyone would go, or even like in the Persona games, you pretty much always go to the summer matsuri. Like, I remember in like a lot of the Personas are always like, the girls are gonna wear their yukata. Oh shit.
Right.
And like they always just seemed like so much fun. I think the only thing that doesn't get across whenever you see an anime or games or whatever is how hot it is outside.
Oh yeah. They never ever expressed it. It's boiling hot, and everybody's actually really uncomfortable. Yeah. Like so this was your first time. The streets were completely packed.
Yeah.
Tell us about like how packed this thing really was.
So when I first went to the Matsuri, I came out of Shijo Station. So I came right out of the subway station, up the stairs, and all of a sudden I was like, whoo, it's a lot of people. Because that's like right down Shijo and Karasuma, which is a major intersection in downtown Kyoto.
Right.
And it was packed. It was packed so much that on one side of the street, you could only walk one direction. Like they made the sides of the streets directions.
Right.
Yeah. And it was like...
And these are boulevards. These aren't like... these are
big streets.
These are 2-lane aside streets. And just cram-packed with people.
Cram-packed full. And like... At least when I got in the crowd, I realized I was going the wrong way to meet my friends, and I was like, "No, it's one way," And it's like, "Where do we cross?" But we just found a place to pull over and have a beer and just chill out for a second outside the crowd. It was great. Grabbed some karaage fried chicken.
Fried chicken?
It's good stuff. But what I think the coolest thing about
shout
shout out to karaage, was leading up to the festival. They were putting together all of these floats like in the street,
right? And
really close to our office, like quite a few were being put together, and I loved walking by them every morning and seeing the progress. The Konbini, kind of by my place that I go to, had one right outside. It was awesome, and it just felt like such like a neighborhood thing because it's usually representing each like neighborhood or each district,
right? And
I thought that was really cool. Like it's such a community event.
Yeah. Each, I think it's like each district has one. Mm-hmm. They seem a little competitive to me. Like I've heard that they're not, but they're fucking competitive. Like how tall they are and how many people are involved. I've seen some really odd ones. Like in other cities, I've seen like people that are probably in the Yakuza, like down to their knickers, pulling these things. Mm-hmm. And these things weigh multiple tons and they're pulled by a lot of dudes. It is very baffling and very it's a lot of fun to go experience.
One of the other parades I went to, well, it was probably the same parade, but it was like a bunch of workers from each of the markets or the Shoten guys. They also had a float, but there wasn't on wheels. They carried it.
Get out of here.
And I was like, whoa, like that's so heavy. At least like whenever the parade stopped, they had like a stand, like a guy running with a stand who could put it under. But still, I saw someone later that evening walking around who still had his like cool like market uniform on. And he had like a huge swollen shoulder. And I was like, oh,
poor little schmuck.
It probably hurts so bad. It thing's probably so heavy.
Right. So overall, how was it? Like, what would you want other people to know about Matsuri, and like, what would you want to do again?
I think I would actually like to try some of the games. I know a lot of them are for kids, but not all of them. Yeah. And it's like that classic win a fish thing that like I've always seen in animes growing up. So I was like, I want to do that. Right. And I would really like to go wearing yukata. I think that would be awesome, and it would be such a cool experience, just because it's something I've seen for so long in media and games.
Is yours going to have, like, a flame print on it?
Ooh, it makes me go faster.
Yeah, or, like race cars, or, like...
I can't wait to pick it out. It's going to be so dumb.
Yeah, it better be. All right, I actually imagine yours will be little one-ups.
Oh, a Mario yukata?
I bet they make them. I bet they do.
That'd be so cute. My friend actually brought her baby, and he was wearing a little Pokemon djembe, and it was so cute.
Oh, that's cute.
It was so cute, and I was like, does that come in my size?
Right.
But yes, once the borders open to tourists, I highly recommend checking out a festival. There's a bunch of them around. It's not just Gion Matsuri. Like, there's a bunch of fireworks festivals in the summer as well, and I've heard that those are fantastic. I cannot wait to see some fireworks in Japan because I've always heard that they're like crazy cool.
They are.
And Tokyo
I've never seen them, but I want to go.
Yeah. Tokyo has their own summer festival, so it's definitely worth checking out, especially if you're going to be here in the summer because that time kind of sucks to come to Japan anyways. Might as well have fun at a festival. Well.
Yeah. So, like, you had karaage, fried chicken. One of the greatest things in Japan, by the way. I think Japanese fried chicken is the best fried chicken in the world.
So good.
I've had a lot from around many different countries, and I'm saying it's one of the best. Anyway, like some of the other foods that I like really fun for me are like having like giant clams, giant mussels that are like the size of your fist, and they're like steamed right on the street, like that kind of thing. Oh man, so fucking good.
Festival food, yakisoba, one of my favorite. Takoyaki. Oh god, I can just talk about festival food.
Did you get anything into absolutely wacky?
Nothing too wacky. Everything I had was pretty traditional street food.
Got it. I always go for the not wacky, but like the fancy. Like this year, like I barely went to Matsuri. Like I tried to get out of the city because there's just too many people.
There's a lot of people.
It was your first one, so you had to go. But for me, like I'm gonna go to the beach instead.
Yeah.
And but I did go back and I got a crab leg,
nice.
a giant one, and I also got a what was it? Steak sushi.
I love steak.
I think it was like 2,000 yen for one piece. I was like, hey man, like I don't want to go to this event, but I want to get the best thing they have.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's what I did. What else would you and Tony want to do? Like, would you want to get super smashed at one of these things? Like, does that excite you?
I do like that a lot of the restaurants, even if they don't have like a proper like food stall or a game or whatever, they usually at least are outside with like a keg and a tap.
Yeah, man.
It's great. Just everywhere you go, like there's beer or highballs or whatever also for sale. It's
being made fantastic. On the spot. Like, I love that part.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Hey guys, Brandon, Vin.
Yeah, Joe.
You see this thing here? Could you tell me if it's good or not?
Well,
I'm gonna need an hour.
Yeah, at least.
Should I just wait over there, or you want me to come?
No.
Talk it out with you guys?
Yeah.
Cool. Come on, let's go. Podred Review. We review things so you can do things. Every week on the HyperX Podcast Network.
And now it's time for the news. We got some great news lined up because it's those things I care about.
You like news?
I like news. I like this news.
Give it up for news.
We'll get to that, whether or not I like it or not.
All right.
First up,
the
highly anticipated remake of the classic Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic may have been delayed indefinitely. According to a report by Bloomberg, Asper abruptly fired both the game's art director and the design director, and apparently the studio heads told the remaining team that the project has been put on hold.
Uh-oh.
Yes. I really like KOTOR.
Okay, but hold on. Before you say KOTOR, KOTOR backwards is Rotok.
And that's my Jedi name.
Rotok.
Rotok Charin.
Yeah.
Jedi Master.
Hell yeah, dude, it's Rotok. Now, what's going to happen?
I really hope it's not delayed indefinitely
because
I love this game and more people need to play it. And I know at this point it is kind of like old and a lot of people think it's a little janky in places. And
but aren't they making a new one or whatever?
They were.
And then they were like, Kinsey sucks, dude. We're done with this shit. I can't believe she's the only one who's ever played Rotok.
Just like the derpy version of KOTOR.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
With
actually.
Sorry, this is now a game idea.
No, please.
Rotok is now going to be KOTOR, but with the physics of gang beasts.
Yeah.
It's like all doubles.
Yes,
Rotok. Yeah, but I really hope it's not delayed indefinitely. It kind of sounds like it might be, but we'll have to wait and see. But it's not looking great for the remake of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
I mean, it's Star Wars. They have all money.
They do have all money.
Not the developer.
Yeah.
But,
Star Wars
the
does.
brand.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it's possible that even it might get made eventually. It may be a different developer. It may be something, who knows? But I would love to play it with that Final Fantasy VII remake kind of polish.
Whoa.
That would be amazing.
Is that what it's supposed to be, you think?
I hope so. I mean, and they said remake, not remaster. So I would assume
remaster.
so.
Yeah, I guess I would assume too.
Yeah.
Was there a Lego Knights of the Old Republic?
No, there should be. I'd play that too.
It's an RPG?
Yes.
And
it's like a old BioWare RPG.
What is that like? What's that?
It plays a lot like Jade Empire.
Oh, hey. I've seen that cover. That's like Xbox.
It is Xbox.
Hell yeah.
And you know what? So is KOTOR.
Just give it up for Rotok, dude.
And next up in the news, Wizards of the Coast, the Dungeons & Dragons and Magic the Gathering publisher, just set up a new studio led by Christian Daly, formerly at BioWare, and was the producer on Dragon Age.
Okay.
Kinsey fact. I love Dragon Age. Daly's quoted saying, "I'm excited to be starting this new adventure with the company that has created so many of my favorite toys and games growing up. Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast have been a huge influence on me, and their brands have inspired me to pursue a lifelong career in video games."
Aww.
And I really feel that way also. Like, they created some of the coolest stuff from when I was a kid, and I also love D&D, and I also love Dragon Age, and like, kind of these worlds meeting, and I'm very excited. And like, the new studio is located in Austin, Texas. It's called Skeleton Key, and it's reportedly working on a AAA title. But what could it be? Like, they have so much IP, Wizards of the Coast, that like, even a really good like D&D like RPG that is sort of in that more narrative branching path style of Dragon Age, like something in that world would be so cool. Because I know that they just did like Dark Alliance, and I liked it, but I think I was the only person on the planet who did. And but I just love those characters so much, and that did not do them justice. Like, I have read like 15 like novels with the characters from that Dark Alliance.
She absolutely
has.
There. Absolutely.
And seeing something similar to Dragon Age, or some of the older like D&D video games, something like that would be so cool, I think. And I know that just because it's the guy from Dragon Age and Wizards of the Coast, it does not mean that it's some sort of like medieval fantasy RPG. That's not what that means. It just means that's what I want it to mean.
Did you play a lot of Magic the Dragoning?
Magic the Dragoning?
Yeah.
I've played Magic a few times, but I never really want to get into it, mostly because the cost involved in like building decks and buying cards and shit. I have a couple friends who are like deep in that world, and I would just play with their decks, so I didn't have to dive in, because I had already I collected a lot of video games, and that was already a wallet puncher.
A wallet puncher. There's a lot of unpacking that. I would just play with their decks and wallet puncher. Now, shout out to Skeleton Key. Hopefully, it's an RPG that Kinsey will like.
Because it could be anything. It could be like a Magic the Gathering kart racer. We don't know.
That's a
and
good idea.
And instead of like throwing like a missile or whatever, like as a kart racer, you're like, I'm gonna put down this card.
I tap land. And,
I tap my land.
And green magic.
And like a big old mountain pops up in front of them. All right, wait, that would be all right.
Dungeons and Gathering.
Now it's time for Call Me Up, where we answer your questions from Discord. All you have to do if you want to ask us a question is go on over to the Chew High Labs Discord, go down to the Call Me Up thing, ask the question there.
A little song. Ask the question there. We have questions this week.
We got questions.
Okay.
And thank you, as always, to everyone who asked a question.
Heck yeah.
First off, we got some rapid fire ones.
Okay, rapid fire.
From Andy Jewett.
Okay.
Thank you for sending these in.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you ready?
I'm
Are you
not
ready?
trying not to look at them. So, okay.
Favorite 90s NBA basketball player?
David Robinson. Do you like NBA 90s basketball?
Michael Jordan, because Space Jam. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Of all players, you could have at least said Bill Murray because of Space Jam.
He was
pretty
but he's
tight.
not an NBA basketball player. I mean, I guess he was in that one instance.
Well, he was also during the strike. He said that he was going to play. Okay, well, you don't remember. That was a really important moment in NBA history back in the day. Next question is Big Mac versus Whopper.
Big Mac.
Whopper. Okay.
Hands down, Big Mac.
No, not even close. Throw that in the trash right away.
Oh, Mac sauce, man. Mac sauce is
That's
so
why
good.
it's like yellowy brown. Who knows what they're using
It's
to
like
fucking
Thousand
make
Island.
it? Yeah.
It's great.
And there's like an extra bun. I already have two. I don't need a third, dude.
Do you think that I almost said the place that makes Big Macs, McDonald's. Do you think McDonald's, that's just another bottom bun? So they have a bunch of extra top buns all the time?
Yes.
What a waste.
See? Whopper.
They should just sell on the menu like one top bun with a piece of cheese melted on it.
Yes. Favorite Marvel character. Favorite Marvel character.
Oh, man. Jessica Jones.
Really? Why?
Because she's cool.
Okay.
She's like goth and moody and not like really a superhero, but she is a superhero. It's great.
Yeah. I mean, do you have a guess who I like?
Who's your favorite Marvel? I've never heard you talk about Marvel ever, so
Yeah, it's Wolverine, dude.
that's a good choice.
I mean, I've got huge sideburns. Like, Wolverine is one of my favorite characters of all time. I don't like Marvel movies. I think they fucking suck.
But I will say, as far as Marvel movies go, X-Men have always been my favorite.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and like with Hugh Jackman, dude.
Yeah.
And the best of all of that era of comic book movies is Logan, dude.
I haven't seen Logan.
Oh, it's really good. It's really, really good. It's
it.
pretty dark, but it's really nice.
It looks good. Favorite Tim Burton film?
Whoa! I wish I had read that because that would have bought me time to think about it. But
Yeah.
it's either gonna be. Can I say this or?
Yes.
Okay. It's gonna be Pee-wee, or it's gonna be Batman.
Oh, I really like Tim Burton Batman.
It's
a lot.
Yeah. And oof.
And I also really like Nightmare Before Christmas. I know that
Yeah.
Hot Topic took it over after a while,
Sure.
but like Nightmare Before Christmas is really good.
And
And I like Edward Scissorhands. Edward Scissorhands
Yeah.
is great. I think I just like Tim Burton though, to be honest. Especially
Yes.
like 14-year-old goth Kinsey really liked Tim Burton.
I mean, I think he's nearly flawless up until a point, and then he's not.
Yeah.
Because there's some Ed Wood is a movie that nobody talks about and is 10 out of 10. Like there's so many 10 out of 10s. He's got Pee-wee, he's got Edward Scissorhands, he's got Batman.
Oh,
he's
the
got,
original Frankenweenie. So good.
there we go.
Yeah.
He's got Batman Returns. He's got I don't know. There's a lot, dude. So many good movies.
And
that's a tough question.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good movies. And the last one I think is easy.
Yes.
Less fun, but easy.
Yeah.
Coffee or tea?
It's coffee.
Coffee.
From a practical standpoint, I drink a lot of coffee, but from a tasty,
I like coffee.
I like them both. Like tea's so broad. You have tea,
Yeah.
and then you have like rooibos or some shit, or jasmine or something nice and floral that I don't drink enough, but I really enjoy. Coffee is fuck though.
I like peppermint tea though. Peppermint tea is hella good.
and
But I like coffee.
Well, when we talk coffee, do you have a favorite varietal?
Of coffee?
Yeah.
I like Kona coffee a lot.
Okay.
That was always my favorite.
Okay.
Especially when I went to Hawaii
Right.
and they had like granitas made of coffee and they're so good. It's basically like a coffee slushy. It was great.
Ooh. Okay.
I like lived off of those.
Ethiopia Yirgacheffe gets my vote. Coffee is the win.
Coffee.
The next question is from Groovy. What is your favorite song band in a genre you don't usually listen to? Oh, shit. That is a... Ooh.
It's a good question.
Okay, I actually have one ready. ABBA. And The Winner Takes It All is... I don't listen to a lot of disco, but...
ABBA's a really good answer for that.
But I mean, ABBA's like that's the Beatles of disco. Like, so it's a little unfair because they're so good.
Yeah.
And The Winner Takes It All is if I get drunk and listen to that song, I will be crying and dancing.
It's so good.
What do you got?
Oh, fuck. ABBA's such a good answer. Dang it.
Dr. Dre.
I know. I was racking my brain actually of hip hop because like I don't listen to a lot of hip hop,
Right.
but there's a few out there that I'm like, shit's golden.
Okay.
You know.
We're waiting, dude.
Who sings all that great classic hip hop like Humpty Dance and shit?
I don't know the Humpty Dance. That's is that the Digital Underground? I actually don't know, so I don't want to step on that landmine. I don't know early '90s. Stuff.
I don't either, but all I do know is what I have heard I really like. I'm
Okay.
like, this shit's great. You
All
know?
right.
Like early 90s hip hop. Oh, it's good shit. Next question from Steven, one of our awesome Discord mods. Thanks for asking a question. What's a good spot for a late dinner in Kyoto?
Ooh, that's a great question.
It's a great question.
That I am not prepared to answer.
Well, I mean, I think I have a generic answer, which is there's so many really good izakayas that are open super late.
Right.
That, like, that's what I always think of when I think of a late night dinner. But also, if you're here on vacation, I don't know, a really late night spot too. Just, I know it sounds dumb, but even just going to like the Konbini and going to the river in Kyoto, I feel like that's my favorite late night thing to do.
Sure. He didn't mean that.
I know. He wants a specific place.
So I'm going to throw it out there. There's a restaurant on the corner of, and I don't know the name of it. So they're on the corner of Sanjo and Kawaramachi in Kyoto, and it's a ramen place, and they're open from 12 to 6 a.m. And it's
a true midnight diner.
Yes. And it's tonkatsu, and it's great. There we go. Okay.
In Kiyamachi, I stumbled upon a chicken ramen place that was open super late, and it was so good.
That's okay. I take it back. That place is the best place.
It's so good.
You can smoke cigs in there. You can drink beer. The people that work there are rude as fuck.
The chicken ramen is delicious.
Oh my god, it's white. The broth is white and thick and so fatty. Oh my god,
that place is killer.
Dude, we should go there. I didn't know you liked that place. That's one of my favorite joints.
Awesome.
That's the place for upcoming Bit Summit that we will all go to on Saturday night.
Ooh, that'd be
it's
awesome.
Like the thing.
We gotta go.
It's about 6 of us all go to that place in particular.
And the last question. If you could add an expansion onto Super Nintendo World, what would it be? They already have Mario, Yoshi, Donkey Kong, and Mario Kart stuff. So what Nintendo property of characters would you want to give the new space of similar size?
Nintendo property or... They already have Donkey Kong. I didn't know that.
They're going to have Donkey. That's the world they're currently building. I would have to say a Legend of Zelda world. I think that would be awesome because it's one of my favorite Nintendo franchises that I've loved forever.
Right.
Well, I guess that or Pokemon. That'd be really.
That's
cute
kind of its
too,
own
though.
thing, though, right?
Yeah, it is kind of its own thing. It's not as Nintendo as Legend of Zelda.
It's really not.
Because there's Pokemon Company and Game Freak, all of that other stuff involved.
Right.
But no, Legend of Zelda Land, and that they have like a big Hyrule Castle and like a sweet Mount Doom roller coaster.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, that'd be the only scary roller coaster.
Yeah, and like a really cool maybe Zora kind of slow, cool underwater ride. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I think
and
you
a cool
won.
Forest thing, Lost Woods, crazy roller coaster that has 4 different tracks, and you don't know which one you're gonna go on.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, what else can you pull out of your ass? There's so many cool things. Is there a desert place?
Of course there is, and they got sexy Grudo people.
Yeah, Grudo. Is that the rock dude?
No. Grudo's the desert women, where it's like a tribe of all women.
Are they those tall ass ladies?
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't really like you because you're not my kind.
Yeah, those people.
But one of them does like you.
And you dress like a woman to get in Breath of the Wild.
I remember it now.
Yeah, their village doesn't allow men. They're onto something.
They are onto something. We are a horrible, horrible, horrible scourge on this planet. I'm with it.
There's so many possibilities for cool rides and cool experiences, and you could even have the Power Band minigame things
Power Man?
Power Band.
Oh, yeah.
You could have catching pose or getting parts of the Triforce, or there's so many different things that they could do.
Right.
And it would be amazing. And I would be crying the whole time because I'd be like, this is what I've always wanted.
Tight.
Yeah.
Mine would be Wario.
Wario Land?
Because you'd have all your coins, but then you'd go to Wario, and then he'd just take them, and you'd lose.
You're like, oh, I love Wario. Oh, and you get it a notification that sounds like that.
Yeah. That's what the correct answer is.
That's awesome. And that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for listening / watching / however you ingest our podcast. Thank you. As always, Carve Snowboarding is out right now on the Oculus Quest. Halloween Forever is out right now on the eShop on the Nintendo Switch. And you can wishlist Curse to Golf on Steam right now.
Hell yeah.
You can also head on over to the yeti.com/ChewHighLabs and get some of our sweet merch. We got sweet podcast merch. We got Chew High Labs merch. We got Whitewater Wipeout merch. We got all the merch.
Yeah.
And Mark, where can people find you on the internet?
Twitter.com/TheHenryDemos. Kinsey Burke, where can people find Kinsey Burke?
You can find me at Kinzilla, KNSZILLA, on all the things, but mostly Twitter. And Chew High Labs is at Chew High Labs on all the things, but mostly Twitter. And as always, a huge thanks to the HyperX Podcast Network, and thanks to all of you for listening. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.